Tackle Junkies, what's going on, fellas? Really appreciate you guys clicking on the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, definitely subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell, the way you guys get notified every time I pump out a new video. Guys, I may have found the ultimate in hardbait storage. Stay tuned. Okay guys, the box we're talking about today is the Gruv hardbait box. And we'll get into this box here in a second. Before we do though, I want to show you guys some other boxes that I use for my crankbaits. You know, just a plain old box, Flambeau. This one here is by XPS, just a Bass Pro brand. They're all pretty much the same. Open them up, you got a bunch of dividers that you can put in there. I usually leave the dividers out. I put hook bonnets on all my crankbaits. Just put them in the box there, that way you can just grab out one bait and nothing's going to be tangled up. Your paint's not getting chipped off and the box is jumping around and all the hooks banging against the crankbaits. You know, if you don't put on the hook bonnets, you'll see here, if you just grab one bait out, normally, well, a few come with it. Which again, you can shake them off, it's not that big a deal, but again, you're going to get a lot of, you know, extra chips and scratches in your baits that you wouldn't normally get if you would use hook bonnets or something like the Gruv box here. Now again, I do know there are other companies that have boxes like this as well. Not this style, but a similar storage option. I believe Plano, they just came out with something similar to this as well. But again, the Gruv hardbait box is what we're talking about here today. And you can put pretty much any hardbait in here. I went with jerkbaits for these couple boxes that I have now. I do plan on picking up a couple more for top water, maybe one for poppers, one for walk the dog type baits, just because they truly are a really cool box here. And I did leave the plastic on here just because I wanted to show you guys how these came shipped. Now I do have another box in here from them. I believe this one's called the Jig box. I've been playing around with these as well. But I want you guys to see they come shipped in this styrofoam bag here, as well as the plastic covering the front and the back. Now to some that's not going to be a big deal, but sometimes it's pretty aggravating. You spend 20, 30 bucks on a box and you get it in, it's already all scratched up and stuff. Again, I know that doesn't matter to some of you guys, but it's just nice that Gruv took the extra second or two and cared enough about their boxes to cover them, you know, before they ship them. I just thought that was really cool. Wanted to point that out. But guys, you can pick these boxes up at Karl's as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys are Karl's members. Of course, if you're a member, you'll save a few extra bucks. Link down in the description. Definitely check that out. I want to give you guys a quick comparison to the 3700 series size box compared to the Gruv box here. Go ahead and line them up here on one edge and you'll be able to see just how much bigger a Plano box is, or a 3700 series box is, compared to the Gruv box. Obviously, you should be able to store more baits in a bigger box like this. And as far as being able to store a lot of baits in the Gruv boxes, it really depends on what bait you put in the box. And again, we'll go over that here in a second. I do want to show you guys the latching system, which really there isn't a latching system. It's just magnets that hold the lid shut here. You'll see there's a row of them here on the front as well as in the lid there. So just magnets to hold the lid shut. There is no like waterproof type seal or anything like that on these boxes. Again, just the magnets to hold the lid shut. Okay, on this side here, you'll see I have 110 size jerkbaits. On the far side, I have a smaller jerkbait, the Shad Rap Shad. So in this case, I can store them side by side just because one of them is shorter. I don't believe you're going to fit two 110s side by side. You'll see here on this box, or in this box, I have all Vision 110s. So on this side here, I'll have to put a smaller bait. Poppers, lipless crankbaits, you know, things like that. So, you know, I would like to get a couple more boxes, have one dedicated for lipless, that way I could store 21 of them in here. Small poppers, things like that. So again, depending on what bait you choose will determine how many baits you can store in the box. But guys, these are really slick boxes here. I believe there's some type of silicone. And what's nice is they're actually removable. So maybe if you tear some of these up one way or the other, you might be able to get some replacements from Gruv and put them there back in the boxes. But you'll see there's some channels down below there to accept the hooks. That way you can just pull them out like so and push them back in. Just like that. So if you guys are in the market for a new hardbait tackle box, definitely check out Gruv. Guys, this is not a sponsored type video, not a paid video, just a cool box that I wanted to share with you guys. Again, I'll go ahead and link them down below. They also make this little hardbait launch pad that has an adhesive back to it that you can stick underneath your lids in your boat, maybe on your kayak and things like that. So another cool way to store some hard baits on your boat. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.